Here is the car fully assembled, guys. She's looking absolutely gorgeous with the new carbon fiber grille. So you can see the really nice weave both on the hood and on the grille. Hey guys, hope you're doing well. In this video, we're going to be swapping grills on the Impreza. Currently, it has a factory grill. We're going to be replacing it with this gorgeous carbon fiber grill that we just picked up. This piece is going to go really well with the new hood. So let's go ahead and get to it. So to replace your grill, you do need to remove the bumper because the grill mounts from the inside of the bumper. But it's pretty easy to do. All you're going to do is you're going to pop the hood. There's a line of fasteners here, right here by the wheel on both sides, and then a line here underneath the front end. But it is a lot easier thanks to my tia Lisette. She gifted me this entire automotive fastener removal kit, which this is basically going to take care of everything that we need. We got a lot of really nice pieces. One that I specifically recommend if you're just looking to get one or two is this piece right here. It helps out a ton. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mounting points. A lot of these are bolts, and they're just 10mm bolts, so you can get a 10mm socket. Should be able to take care of them. And these clips, they can just pop off. It's basically just like a double piece. You take off the center section, and the outer section should come off pretty easily. And for those of you guys that were asking, we are going to have the video on the carbon fiber hood installed next week. Just wanted to feel it out for a little bit before we post it so we can give you guys the most accurate information on this piece. So yeah, you can see the threads. So these are bolts, fastener, bolt, bolt, bolt. If you come down here to where the bumper meets the fender, you can see one fastener right here as well. As Yvette likes to point out, you actually do not need to turn your wheel to get access to this one. This fastener is right on the edge, so it all works out. And here you can see it outside the car. You basically start off removing the inner section, and then the outer section follows suit. As someone that's been doing this for years, I can say it's really nice having someone do it to their car where I can just film it. Because she's disassembled a lot of different parts of this car.
And I did it to my friend's car too.
Yeah.
We took the grill off of Carla's Forester.
This is what we call growth and making my job easier. And then underneath the vehicle, you have a bunch more fasteners as well. You can see there's one right here, and so on. Now these specifically, some of them look like they just secure this under tray, but they are also securing the bumper, so you are going to want to clear all of them. There is also one, you have a leaf down here. And there is also one right here underneath the bumper, very close to the tire. Make sure you do not forget this one, because this one, it's a little hidden behind this plastic piece right here. So there are about 12 fasteners on the underside of the car, one in each fender area. It's 14, and another 2 here underneath the hood. So it's 16 total fasteners, and about 6 bolts. So the easiest way to remove the bumper once all the fasteners are off the car is to go to where the bumper and the fender meet. The bumper itself has a little hook, so you're gonna start pulling there to pop it off, and from there, everything else will follow suit.
Okay, I'm done. And she falls off.
I was gonna go in front to get a nice like gradual lift, but
we can put it back on if you want.
that works too. So with the bumper off, you can look at the back of the grill and you'll see these screws that you do need to undo. So the screws are basically securing the outer section, as you can see, and then from there, all that's left are 6 of these little clips. So these are pretty simple. They just have a little section that kind of comes on the outside and holds it in position. Just gonna push that up and it's gonna go through the hole. But you just have 6 to do, 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom.
Wow.
Didn't even put up a fight. So here we have the factory grill removed. This is what your bumper is gonna look like without it on. Honestly, it looks kind of good. Now we can mock up the carbon fiber one just to see what it's looking like, because it is probably gonna need a little bit of tweaking and adjustment to get in there just right. Because it is an aftermarket piece, so we're gonna see what we can mess with. You can see the mounting points actually line up pretty well, which I wasn't expecting for an aftermarket piece, but I'm not gonna be complaining about it. The one note that I will make about this grill specifically is that these don't have that same little mechanism to secure it in place. But if you are just replacing with another Subaru grill or just gonna replace your factory one, it's basically just swapping it back into position. So this grill does look really, really cool, especially with the carbon fiber, but it doesn't have the same mounting points, which is gonna be a little bit of a knock on it. So mocking it up, it looks really nice. The main thing we're gonna be doing next is we do still have this mesh right here. What we're gonna be doing is swapping this mesh onto the new grill so it's matching with the mesh of the hood scoop. Get everything to look much more uniform, but I think uniformity between these two pieces is gonna pay dividends whenever you're looking at this car a little bit more up close. So this piece does have these little hooks right here holding the mesh in position. So they're actually mounted on the underside of the material, so It's not too much of a concern to get it actually lifted up just with your hands. And they are pretty malleable, which is really good considering that this is a pretty fitted piece. So getting it off, if it wasn't malleable, would be a little bit more tedious. And for those of you guys that are looking for a grill similar to this, I am going to be linking it in the description box down below. They have the carbon fiber finish. They also have a matte black finish. So if you want to get one and say color match it or just paint it up, it'll look really nice. We are going for the carbon fiber look because carbon fiber hood. What do you want to do to your car after this?
I do want to put a lip.
Front lip?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably ruin it in a couple months just because Austin.
So that's why you get a cheap one, and
because
then
I just want it to protect
the bumper.
underside. Yeah, because it's bad. Those hills, they get me.
Yeah, my general ideology with front lips and splitters: get a cheap one first. If you can run it for a while on your vehicle without getting any damage or without it blowing up, you should be good to get a more expensive one. There's a handful of lips you can get for this car. There's a 3-piece one. Just like right here. There we go. That is the old mesh off the grill. So it looks like the way that they just mounted these points, I don't know if it's like a filler or something, but they basically just put it and then they just slapped it over it, which I like because it's not part of the structural integrity of the grill, or like the outer section, which means that replacing the mesh should be pretty casual. Now the more tedious part, we need to cut up the mesh so that it'll fit. That looks so cool. But low key, that looks like if a bird flies in front, just gets sucked in.
Oh my god, imagine.
No, yeah,
I already complained about the bugs.
You'd be dealing with bugs left and right, especially with your headlights being so bright. Little MOSFET auto lighting plug.
Here, let me put it on the
I think it's gonna look really good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Eventually.
The grill is complete with the new mesh. You can see it's matching the mesh of the hood. It's looking really good. So now we just need to mount it to the bumper and then we'll be good to go. Shouldn't be too complex, just, you know, gonna be a casual little grill install, but I'm really excited to see what it looks like. So here we have it kind of fitted onto the bumper. What we did is we made holes in the little tabs that it gives and basically put zip ties through those to make it like one function as a zip tie, and then two to basically make it a makeshift clip, because the factory piece is basically the same way where it clips in just like this. So we kind of wanted to replicate that since we were not going to be able to utilize the holes for the screws. And just like that, the new carbon fiber grille is on the car. It's looking really nice, so all that's left to do is mount the bumper back on the car. We're going to swing by Buc-ee's to get some nice shots of the car because it's pretty late right now, so let's go ahead and get some mounting. Here is the car fully assembled, guys. She's looking absolutely gorgeous with the new carbon fiber grille. I will have the hood video out next week because we've got it on and we're all set with how it's looking, so definitely happy to get that one going. But the grille itself fits the lines of the vehicle very, very well. Now I will say the fitment isn't spot on. There is a little bit more of a gap on the side, as you can see, kind of comes out just a hair, but it's really nothing big. For not having many options for this vehicle in terms of aftermarket grills, you basically have the factory grill and then the sport style grill. They're both really cool, but I kind of wanted something a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more depth, and a little bit more minimal looking, specifically with the mesh. And it's a little dark, but having the mesh match from the grill to the hood scoop just adds a really nice bit of uniformity to the car. And I'm really happy we were able to get that together because both these pieces are not like affiliated together. They're not the same company or anything, but being able to make them look very uniform is definitely something I like. And then the carbon fiber, subtly different weaves, but from like, what is it, like 5 feet away, you really can't tell. So I think it looks really nice. And honestly, getting this nice light on it, which is why we came to Buc-ee's, so you can see the really nice weave both on the hood and on the grill. It's looking gorgeous. The car is coming together. The next thing that I specifically want to do is I want to get the upgraded headlights with the LED DRLs on. That's just me though. Obviously it's Yvette's car, so we're going at a little bit more of a casual pace, but more realistically, we're probably gonna do a front lip or an aftermarket spoiler extension. We've seen a few that we like. Honestly, a good bit of it's probably just gonna come down to what can get here sooner, because not all these parts are Amazon parts that you can order relatively quickly, but they do, however, make a really big difference in how the car's looking. Granted, from the back, you can't really tell we did much other than the Subi Mods emblem, but I do wanna get a little spoiler extension right here. I think it'd be a nice little flare. We do also still have to do the fog lights because we started that project and then we kind of sat on what we were actually going to add. But I will say, for what the car has now, she's looking really, really good. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.